Good day, everyone. We're right here live with Ms. Tara Akindele, CEO and founder of Flo Haven, a non-profit charity organization aimed at eradicating period poverty in Nigeria. So, Ms. Tara Akindele, would you like to give us like a brief insight into what it is that what is exactly your organization is about?
So, Flo Haven is about eradicating period poverty in Nigeria. And what period poverty is that people in community can't afford access to basic sanitary products, and they end up using things like tissue, rags, dirty paper, which cause infections and can lead them down in life to reproductive health issues such as infertility. So what my charity is about is tackling this issue by provision of sanitary products and also menstrual health education, because people in community don't have access to the education they need to make informed decisions about their menstrual health, hence why they're using these products that they don't know cause such harmful effects on their body. So what my initiative wants to do is give out sanitary products to communities that so desperately needs them, and also educate them about menstrual hygiene so they can make informed decisions about their menstrual health.
All right. Okay, that sounds great. Well, you mentioned that you aim to educate people, like those that do not know, like the impact it has.
Yeah.
I like to see that. I notice that most people, like around the world and in Nigeria, they do not know, like, they do not see period poverty as an actual problem. Like, not a lot of people actually know there's a problem like of period poverty. So, how do you aim like to counter that? Do you have like certain seminars you're going to hold, or?
It's funny that you mentioned that. I actually hosting a fundraiser, and essentially the fundraising event is going to highlight this issue.
Right.
So I've done a documentary months ago in September highlighting the issue in community. So I spoke to a couple of girls in the community to ask them, when they hear period, what does it mean to them? Have they ever struggled to get sanitary products when they're on that time of the month? And in order for me to create awareness, I have to, market the brand. So by doing fundraisers, getting people acquainted with what is happening in Nigeria, and also creating allyship, so partnering with other already existing non-government organizations so that we can collaborate and make bigger impacts in that sense. Because one person can't fix the problem, but the more we create allyship by joining, and partnering with different organizations, the more we can target people and make an impact in community.
Right.
So that is my way of doing that.
So I'm really like interested in this topic because I was literally like moving on Instagram and I saw like the flyer and I was like, oh, what is this? And I'm like really interested because it's actually something that I've always wanted to do also, because I'm just happy that someone actually starting it in Nigeria. And so like it's so disturbing that it's only like one country in the whole world that like actually has sanitary products for free. So I'd literally like to ask you, what was your drive to start this organization? What moved you to start this organization?
So earlier this year, I came across one of my friends, and her friend had this organization, and I wanted to be a part of it because I loved what they were doing, and it's something I just became very profound of their work, and even me doing research. However, like I never really put it into action. It was just kind of a dream of mine until I came to Nigeria in March when I came to Nigeria in March. And as a result of being stuck here because of the pandemic, I read an article on Punch News about period poverty. And that reinforced and reignited that passion that I had. And when I read that newspaper article, it made me go to the communities to speak to girls to see what is happening in Nigeria. Because the article highlighted period poverty as an issue in Nigeria, and it was talking about girls' stories, about how some girls ended up using palm tree leaves as period pad to hold their blood when they're menstruating, and that really made me like burdened. And as a result of that, I literally took my phone, I went to a community, and I said I'm going to speak to girls to see what is going on, to see what the issue is. And a lot of the time was financial constraints. Not everyone had money. Like there was a girl who shared her story who highlighted the fact that she's a family of 6 girls, and for them to afford period pads every month was a lot on her mom, and her mom was a single mom. So she highlighted how she would use foam, and it made her uncomfortable in class, and sometimes she wouldn't even go to school because of that, because of how much it robbed of her dignity. And I looked at that and I said, you know what? There's something that has to be done. People have to see why there's a need for an intervention.
They do.
And I filmed a documentary, and a lot of people saw this and they realized that, wow, this is a global issue. It's not only happening in Nigeria, sadly, it's happening around the world, but more so I could highlight the issue in Nigeria, which is where I'm from and which is where I was able and privy to see what was happening. So that was what sparked that desire to do this initiative, to raise awareness and to create like a social movement, to gather people together to see why there's a problem and to see why there needs to be a solution to what is happening, because girls cannot be missing school because of lack of sanitary products.
Very true. Yeah.
There's a lot going on in life. These people have futures, they have careers, they have things to do. So I said I wanted to be a change, and I wanted to get people, not just only me, but I wanted everyone to know what is going on so that
and it shouldn't be like a kind of situation where they're being hindered from doing stuff like because of stuff they can't control.
Exactly.
And it's always so funny how like they usually give out condoms for free.
Exactly.
And it's stuff that people actually need, stuff that they can't control that isn't free.
Exactly. So
it's really
sad.
sad.
Yeah.
So I realized you mentioned that people now realize that it's a problem, like it's a global problem. So I'd like to ask, how do you, like long term, how do you intend to implement it to other parts of the world? Or are you just like focusing on Nigeria majorly, or you're focusing on Nigeria for now, and then in future you tend to expand your outreach to other females around the world?
Definitely. So for now, I'm definitely focusing on Nigeria because there's a lot to do within communities, within different states, before I can then expand to other like countries within Nigeria and its diaspora. So for now, I'm definitely focusing on Nigeria, but people that are not even in Nigeria have reached out to me, asking how they can help. So it's definitely something that I have at the back of my mind, to go out to other countries, other communities around the world to raise awareness. And the power of social media is so important because people from social media can, show what is happening in one country, can help from another country by, doing fundraisers there, raising money, and the money they raise can go towards supporting people that are struggling and tackling, to support people that are having issues with period poverty. So I definitely do see myself expanding outside of Nigeria, but for now my main focus is Nigeria and making an impact, a sustainable impact in Nigeria.
That sounds really good. So I'd also like to ask, what are the I know it's a new organization and we haven't really had that dominance in Nigeria. So I'd like to know, what are the challenges that your organization and you are facing right now?
That's a very interesting question. I would say right now the challenges we are facing is funding and having a reach. So getting people to kind of notice and see what is happening. And I guess that is because I'm just starting off, so I'm not really burdened by the fact that I don't have the reach and influence that I want. But right now, what I am doing is, doing this fundraiser to launch my initiative officially to the whole world, in Nigeria specifically, and to everyone who can see it on social media. And, get people to be part of the movement, get people to think about, make informed decisions that impact society. So when they see Flo Haven, they know that, okay, my brand is about tackling period poverty. And alongside that, I am creating awareness and using the power of social media, like I explained earlier, and technology to kind of create that movement and equip people to know that, okay, this is an issue that is happening in Nigeria, and this is how I can help Flo Haven, because funding is a big issue. In order for people to put their money down, they have to see why they're doing what they're doing.
That's true.
Yeah, because it's just like, we live in a very capitalist society, so everybody wants to know where their money is going.
Yes.
So I feel like right now, with my initiative, this fundraiser is a way of me, showing why I need to do what I'm doing. And by the grace of God, I can generate funding that way to help support these girls, because at the end of the day, my main focus is these girls, and whatever value I can put out, whether it's by, creating more videos, doing more documentaries to get people to see what is happening in Nigeria, to get the funding, then I will do it. So that's something I'm struggling with, and I pray that the more I grow, the more I become established, the easier it will get, because people will see what I'm doing and they're more likely to donate and to help these girls in the society.
That's really true. You mentioned something about fundraisers. How often do you hold these fundraisers?
Okay, so I'm actually doing my very first fundraiser very soon. I've actually never done a fundraiser before. But my hope is that this fundraiser I do, it's essentially to release my charity. Exactly. And also to tell people about my 2021 plan. So my goals for the girls in 2021. And the idea is to raise enough funds to support 5,000 girls in 2021. However, what I'm going to do and what I'm looking to do to make it more achievable is to divide it into quarterly. So there's 4 quarters in a year. Yeah. So in each quarter, I have a target goal as to I'm going to raise money to fund and to support 200 girls in this quarter, and then X number of girls in the next quarter. So that way it's more achievable and it's more targeted. So that is what I have. Those are my goals for 2021. And alongside like the fundraiser, this is my very fundraising event. So I'm looking to raise enough funds to support these girls in 2021 and to get the charity established and to create awareness and allyship, like I explained earlier.
Yeah. I like how like you already like planned out your future. You already have your goals for 2021. Well, yeah, I like to see like young women like you actually doing things that matter, like things that are like people can control, helping them out. So you mentioned like one of your major problem is the issue of funding. So like how do you like aim to like tackle this problem, and do you have like donation links or ways to like gather up money to help your foundation?
Thank you. So right now, one key way of my funding is this fundraiser. So the idea is that, with this fundraiser, people attend the event and every donation and proceeds goes towards the charity.
Right.
A secondary thing that I'm looking to do, the more established I get, because it's harder to get funding when you're not fully registered as an NGO.
That's really true.
So something I'm looking to do is that once I'm fully registered, speak to business owners and join their CSR projects. And basically the money that they use for their CSR, that they allocate rather to their CSR projects, they can donate to my charity. That's another way that I've been thinking of funding. And also in terms of donation links, like you mentioned, I actually do have a Flo Haven link which people can donate money to in any currency, any part of the world. So that is another way of me raising funds. So people can donate as however little, however much they can to help support these girls.
And I see like you're talking about the financial aspect of the donation. Like, what about people like that cannot afford to donate like financially? What else can they do to help? How can they get involved in what you're doing?
That's a very great question. I really love that because not everyone, especially some students, can afford, to.
But they might want to help though, but they might not have.
Yeah. So a great way to get involved would be to perhaps do host fundraisers. If maybe they're not in Nigeria, which is where this initiative is based, they can host fundraisers in all parts of the world. Maybe like a lemonade stand or a car wash, any type of fundraisers. That would be a great cause for them to do. Alternatively, they can also become members of the team. So we always have outreaches because obviously we need to go into communities to support these girls.
Right.
And we would love to have volunteers who would love to work in the outreach. Or alternatively, people who have skills like photography, filming, writing, to write to document everything, to tell a story, to show people why there's a need for an intervention. So people,
this helping and donation, they go like way beyond just funding.
Exactly, it goes way beyond just funding. Like there's so many aspects people could help them with, like planning stuff. Maybe they have a community like, hi Tara, I would love for you and Flo Haven team to come onto this community. I see that they're in need of X amount of pads or X amount of pads actually, or sanitary kits. And so that's a great way to get involved. Writing, filming, talking about what they see. And these different skills could all help in obviously creating awareness and allowing people see and potentially get involved in the charity incentives. So those are great ways. Joining the team, hosting fundraisers, and also giving in kind as well. So perhaps you might have some sanitary pads at home that you no longer use. You could obviously
not in need of.
Yeah, exactly. You're not in need of. You could donate that, and we could give these to the girls who actually desperately need them and don't have the finances to afford them. So there's so many ways it can help as well, because I give out sanitary kits. And in the sanitary kits, there's sanitary pads, soaps, underwear, so they can donate all these things in kind. Some people can say, you know what, I want to donate 100 bars of soaps to 100 girls in the community. They can do that. So for people who can't afford anything, obviously they can join the team and help with whatever skill they have. And alternatively, if they have things lying around their house that they know that could help a girl, exactly, could help a girl, then they should bring that in and donate it in kind. That would be very much appreciated.
Right. It looks like you already like have your mind set to what you want to do.
Yeah.
It's really sounding like very good, and I hope like you take this to where you want to take it to. Like I can see you have a goal to achieve. I just really hope you achieve this goal, and I'm going to be keeping a track on you.
Thank you. I need a
It was really nice to like have this interview conversation with you, Mr. Tara Kindele. I say thank you for actually like giving me some more information into the topic. I really hope you're able to like expand yourself, like expand this organization to like all over the world, because this is not just a problem in Nigeria, it's a problem all over the world.
Definitely.
And I hope for everyone this was like a good opportunity, a good avenue to learn more about the topic of period poverty in Nigeria and all around the world, but because it's obviously not just a problem in Nigeria. So yeah, if you'd like to get involved, if you'd like to know more about the topic, feel free. I'm going to put there are some links in the description below that you can click on and learn more about the topic, and other ways you can also get involved in this involved in our organization. The links will be in the description for anyone willing to bring in their talent to our organization.
Thank you. Love to have you.